Hey guys, Tony from Get Outdoors Marketing here. We're pretty excited today. We're actually in the brand new 2015 Ranger 521C, and we're going to put together a network today. We're going to network two Onix 10 units together. I've never used the Onix, so this year will be the first for me. The little bit I have played with it at sport shows and things like that, I'm super excited for that. But it is a little bit overwhelming when you see all the cords and things that are laying on the deck here and how this is all going to get plugged in and how this is going to work. So we're going to try and simplify that for you a little bit today. So what I'm going to do, don't worry about, at the end of the video we're going to put together a supply list or a list of items that we ordered, cords, things like that you'll need to put this network together. But basically we're going to network via Ethernet network two Onix 10s together, an Onix side imaging here at the console and then an Onix no-touch combo up on the front. And we're also going to include the Trova, and that's the reason we need the hub for, is because if we didn't have the Trova, which it needs to be networked in, we could just simply plug one cord together to the Onix, one Onix to another, and it would work like a champ. But because we're adding a third device, we have to include the hub, and I'll show you how that goes in first. But back here at the console, what we've got so far is basically I've got a transducer here that at Ranger boats they glassed it in the back of the hull. So it's a shoot-through transducer. It's already there. They pulled the cord that's right here. This is a 20-foot networking cable that just simply reaches from here to the front of the boat. So the other end is up here in the front of the boat. This is my new side imaging transducer. It's actually the redesigned one. I'm going to get this mounted on the back of the boat soon, and I'm going to pull the wire up to here, so then I'll have two transducers at that time, and then I need the transducer Y cable. So each one of these ends will plug into this Y cable and then plug into my Onix 10. Again, I'll give you the material list when we're all done. So that gives me the opportunity then to run two transducers off of this unit. Now what I'm going to do is the Ethernet hub, the 5-port hub, this I'm going to mount under the console back here. So what I'm going to do is mount this hub, take this lead here, and I'm going to plug that into the number 2 slot. This will be this will actually be the networking cable that I'm going to plug into my front combo unit. Plug it into that, and then I'm going to plug it into here, from here into the number 2. So now I'll have the front unit networked to this 5-port hub. And it might be a good idea too that either put some tape on here. What I'm going to do is put a little tape on here and write the number 2 on it. So when I have all these cables all hooked up, if I unhook one, I'll know, okay, that's depth finder 2 that I unhooked and things like that. I'll get a shorter cable, shorter networking cable that I'll hook from this Onix 10 unit into the number 1. So now I'll have these units both will be hooked in to the hub. And this of course is a power lead here, so you have to power that up. And then the third thing that I'm going to hook into here, and I'll probably hook it in over on my number 5 spot, but basically what I'm going to do is pull this 20-foot cable all the way through and back to here, and then this is hooked to my Trova. So now my hub will be hooked into my units, and so then I can tell it to be able to drive, you know, on contour lines and things like that. So I'll have all that dialed in. Lots of cords here, guys, but like I said, we'll get this all figured out on a material list included in the video. And then this is my pigtail right here, my adapter, so that I can put this on the end of the Trova transducer lead and then adapt it into something I can plug right in the back of the Onix. If you look here on the back of the Onix, we've got a lot of major ports here. Video we're not going to use. Yes, we're going to use Ethernet. So this Ethernet is going to be, this is going to go from here to the number 1. Speed and the power and speed and temp. That's our power cord, and then this is our transducer. So that Y cable is going to plug into that, which plugs into the other 2 transducers. Back up one step, the NEMA 0183. I'm actually going to run a heading sensor on this boat. I didn't last year, and hopefully what that will do is, if you guys know that when you're looking at your screen, that little boat, if you're stopped, that little boat kind of spins around in circles. It doesn't stay going the direction that the boat is facing. It's because the unit isn't checking back and forth enough, quickly enough to keep the heading. So it kind of meanders around. With the heading sensor on there, it checks in nonstop and it keeps a constant course. So I'll have a separate receiver that's on the front of the boat hooked to the combo unit, which we'll call a heading sensor, that'll keep that cursor and that heading sensor exactly perfect on the front of the boat on that combo unit. So it does look a little bit overwhelming. There's a lot of cords, what to order, what don't you order. Again, if we just had a regular Fortrex on the front there and we were just going to network the two Onixes together, all I would need is a 20-foot Ethernet cord, and I would just plug them two together and they'd work like a champ. To close on this, I think it works a lot better if you lay it out in your boat. You'll see what cords you need, which ones need to be pulled where, that type of thing. You can mark the ends. You can really get an idea of how you're going to diagram this all out and get it laid out so that it's easy to pull through your boat. Once this is all hooked up, there is some setup and some things that we need to do in these menus. We need to learn the network, to sync the network and things like that. We'll get back to you on that kind of stuff, but I just want to kind of in layman's terms show you how this lays out, give you a parts list. Hopefully it won't be so overwhelming for you, and make it simple and easy. I can tell you, again, playing with these Onixes in the short period of time we did, they're going to be out of this world. So any questions, you can always go to the humminbird.com website. Check with us at Get Outdoors Marketing. YouTube, there's some really good videos on there too, but we're super excited to get this working, and we'll see you guys on the water.